This is ESPN on ABC.
Welcome to the Aflac kickoff game, and welcome to Atlanta. Everywhere you look, orange here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's because Syracuse and Tennessee are set to meet ACC against SEC to begin this first full Saturday of college football. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick. Chris Button will join us. Partners, so excited to get another season kicked off with you. But as much orange as there is here in Atlanta, that's probably about as many tears as there were at the Horseshoe. In case you just switched over from ESPN to us here on ABC, we thank you for that, and you might be drying a tear as well. Lee Corso's final headgear pick was an amazing scene.
But college football and Lee Corso are synonymous. I mean, everyone who tunes in on Saturdays tunes in for him to inform, educate, and lastly, entertain you. And that was wildly entertaining, wildly emotional, something we'll never forget.
It'll never quite be the same on Saturday mornings again. And I had a tear. I had to wipe it away and gather myself before we came on the air. All right, Tennessee, they overachieved last season, at least in terms of the prognosticators, made it to the college football playoff. They've lost some talent, but boy, they've got some guys on defense. Yeah, those two guys on your screen right there are studs. Joshua Josephs, the starting Leo defensive end, takes over for James Pierce, who was a #1 draft pick right here for the Atlanta Falcons. Arian Carter, one of the best athletes in all of college football. He will shine today because he is just too good to hold him down. And the guy who has to face these guys is going to be quarterback Steve Angeli, to transfer from Notre Dame, the redshirt junior who's making his second career start. He is going to be the one who's going to have to get this ball out of his hands quick and try to figure out a way to manufacture points for the Syracuse Orangemen. A new quarterback for Syracuse, a new quarterback for the fourth consecutive year for Tennessee. If you don't know the story of Joey Aguilar, wait until you hear it when Chris Button brings that to you in a moment as we come back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. ABC College Football presented by Starbucks. If you like orange, this is the game for you. Syracuse, Tennessee as ACC meets SEC to open up the season. Bob Wischusen, Louis Riddick, and Chris Button. And Chris, for the fourth consecutive year, Tennessee has a brand new starting quarterback, and this probably the most unlikely story of them all.
Yeah, what a story it is for 24-year-old Joey Aguilar, who in high school didn't know if he was continuing his football career, so he started taking classes to be a firefighter. But then he bet on himself. He went to City College of San Francisco. We would ride the train 90 minutes. So he got to a certain point where he couldn't even afford the train ticket anymore. So he transferred to Diablo College at JUCO, eventually made his way to App State, where he was for 2 years, then gets a chance to go back to California, UCLA, and what is now basically a college trade for Nico Iamaleava. That led him over to Rocky Top at Tennessee. And while Josh Heupel has said this has been a ramped up study session for him to learn this offense, when we spoke with Heupel yesterday, he said that's not my concern. What I know about this kid, he has played a lot of football. 6 years worth, Bob.
And Chris, Syracuse just won the toss and deferred. So the ball will belong to Joey Aguilar to begin as Tennessee will get the first offensive possession. And Louis, talking to Joey Aguilar, I asked him, what was your biggest moment of doubt? He said, when you're in high school and you think you're pretty good and no one calls, there's no recruiting interest. And he spent 2 years after high school without football because COVID hit. So he played a couple of seasons, yes, at junior college, but that was after sitting 2 seasons out, after being told basically through radio silence on his cell phone that no colleges were even interested. And now fast forward 5 years, he's worked his way to being an SEC starting quarterback. Yeah, what a great story of resilience, right? I mean, perception meets reality. And the perception for him was, I'm sure internally, hey, I'm pretty good. I think I'm going to get some offers. The reality is that you didn't. And then how do you react to those circumstances? Just like he's going to have to react to some circumstances right now, because Fran Brown and the Syracuse Orangemen said, let's get a look at what you got. Both of these teams won 10 games last season, the debut season for Fran Brown. And he, of course, has a brand new starting quarterback of his own. We will see Steve Angeli when the Orange get the football, but it will be Tennessee to begin the Aflac kickoff game underway here in Atlanta. Dwayne Morris just inside the end zone, holds on to it for a touchback.